So, how's it going, guys? Back with another stream today. We're going to be playing a different take on the Lurrus Blade list that I've been kind of championing with Abzan. We're going to be bringing back Skyclave Apparitions. And if you guys have kind of been tuning into the channel for a little bit, I actually 5 0'd with a black white shell running Skyclave Apparition. And the reason why I'm actually not on Skyclave Apparition currently is because of the fact that Skyclave Apparition is kind of a very awkward card in BGX. And I'm glad I'm doing this video because I kind of want to talk it out because people are always like, why aren't you doing Skyclave Apparition? Skyclave Apparition is really good. It's the best white card. Since it's the best card that white's gotten in a long time and this and that. And don't get me wrong, Skyclave Apparition is a very, very good card. Very, very good card. But is it a card that's good in the BGX shell, right? Those are two very, very different qualifications, right? Like, you can say Thoughtseize and Inquisitions are very, very good cards, right? But do you run them in every black deck? Like in an Esper control deck, are you running Thoughtseize and Inquisitions? Not necessarily, right? Are you playing like Tarmogoyf is a great card? Are you running Tarmogoyf in every green deck? You're not. So Skyclave Apparition is kind of in the same boat where Skyclave Apparition is a very, 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 very good card. Does it fit BGX? And I've made the conclusion that the answer is no, but this is also before the bans. And I think it's good to kind of reassess how good the card is because obviously the power level since the Uro, Field of the Dead, Mystic Sanctuary bans, the power level has definitely gone down in the meta, which is great. It makes cards like Lingering Souls very, very playable. So maybe Skyclave Apparition is better in the build, and that's kind of what I want to try out tonight. I kind of want to go over the cons of Skyclave Apparition. And the reason being is it makes the mana base really, really awkward. It requires double white, and I think that is something to not be underestimated because when I build my usual BGX builds, there's a reason why it's called BGX because you have a straight black green base and you're splashing white. And the white splash is for Stoneforge Mystic, it's for Lingering Souls, a 1-of path, some sideboard cards. Point being that they're all mono, like it only costs 1 white pip. Skyclave Apparition is double white, so you kind of have to adapt the mana base around it. So now you're going from a black green base to a black white base. Okay, so you sacrifice things. You make Scavenging Ooze inconsistent, and then you kind of have to ask yourself, if you're black white splashing green, is the green worth it? So if you really look at it, is Tarmogoyf really worth it? Is Abrupt Decay really worth it? And I've played Orzhov Blade a little bit, and Orzhov kind of loses the quick clock from a Tarmogoyf. So I kind of would like to say it is, but I'm also kind of stubborn. I'm going to force Abzan no matter what. But you can make the argument that you can just go up to 4 Skyclave Apparitions and you don't need Abrupt Decay, and you just have, Tideholder Sculler in this slot. That's what the normal Orzhov Blade lists do. So is it worth it? You have less of an argument to go black white splash green than you do black green splash white, because when you do black green, splashing white for Stoneforge Mystic and Lingering Souls is very, very worth it. These are very, very powerful cards. On the flip side, is it worth it to splash Tarmogoyf? Probably not. The second thing is it's a 3-drop, and your 3-drops are just so congested. You have Liliana of the Veil. You have your equipment from Stoneforge Mystic. You have Lingering Souls. So this is just a very, very 3-drop heavy deck. And you kind of can't afford to do that in Modern because you want it to be efficient. You want to be low to the ground. Maybe that's just a playstyle thing for me. But I just having more Skyclave Apparitions just increases your curve. So that's another con in a format like Modern. Scavenging Ooze is also a big loss here. You're not going to be able to have, Scavenging Ooze because you're going black-white. It's just one of those things where, like, how greedy do you want to be? You can have a 3-color deck where you just go, black, green, white, just no real splashes. But then your mana base kind of gets thrown out the window, and there's a reason why, like, I guess a good comparison is to look at Jund. Jund cut Scavenging Ooze, and now they're more black-red based with Cruxa and Seasoned Pyromancer. So if you look at it that way, our Cruxa can kind of be like Stoneforge Mystic, where your red splash is actually your main color, so we can say that's like our 2-drop. And then the Seasoned Pyromancer is the Skyclave Apparition, right, where we have the double white. Is it worth it? I honestly don't think so. I honestly think that with the black green base, you would have great removal like Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy. You can splash the path, and then you have Scavenging, which is very, very good. And you can even have like stuff like Hex Drink, where you have enough green sources to be able to cast it on turn 1 consistently. That being said, it's been on my to-do list to try the Skyclave Apparition build, the black-white base build, in the post-ban meta, which is why we're doing this today. And on top of that, since Heliod is kind of the defuncto best deck, and people were kind of assuming that it would be, but I think it's kind of cemented itself as the best deck. It's not winning these tournaments, but it's top 8ing very, very consistently. And I think that's kind of like the general consensus that Green Red Heliod is the best deck. So maybe in a vacuum, this might be more suboptimal build, but in the meta, having answers to actual Heliod with Skyclave Apparition might be better fit, right? And I think that's kind of what I'm trying today. If I think I had to make a bet on what would be better, which would be this build versus, my typical black green base, it would probably be a coin flip. I think this build is just a little bit more dirtlier, but I think Skyclave Apparition maybe, like, if there's a meta where Skyclave Apparition is worth it, it's probably this one, where there's a 3-mana indestructible enchantment that Abrupt Decay and Assassin's Trophy don't deal with. And in that meta, Skyclave Apparition is going to shine. So let's see how it goes. That's kind of my feel about Skyclave Apparitions, kind of me venting essentially, where it's like people are kind of look at Skyclave Apparition in a vacuum, and you think it's a great card, and it is. Don't get me wrong; it's a fantastic card. It makes Death and Taxes tier 1, right? It makes Green a Heliod tier 1. It has a universal answer. But you get in these spots where you're in a top deck war, right? And you have Skyclave Apparition, Skyclave Apparition, your opponent's dude. Usually, if they draw a removal spell for your threat, you're net even. But the thing is the token that's left over, the illusion token, it's an actual threat from our point of view. We can't just ignore it. Like, we don't have Flicker Wisp that can just value kill the illusion. We have to deal with the illusion card. So, for example, like if we have a Skyclave Apparition, they bolt it. All of a sudden, we are just behind. And there's situations where like we have a Lilion in play, and we're ahead, right? Do we want to just throw out a 3-mana 2/2? It just doesn't feel that great. And then, I mean, those are the cons, right? And then there's the pros of, like, you Skyclave Apparition, their Jace. And then you have a threat. And do they want to bounce the Jace? Probably not, because we can just recast the Skyclave Apparition and just nab it to Fairy or something, right? So it's like the Skyclave Apparition is just one of those like high ceiling, low floor kind of cards where there's situations where it's really, really, really good. I've had situations where I would Skyclave Apparition a Chandra Torch of Defiance, and it's my win con that won me the game. They didn't draw a removal spell. And then have games where it's like I Skyclave Apparition something, they kill it, and then the illusion kills me. We are the victim of the illusion actually being a threat versus Green Red Heliod. You can actually just ignore the illusion. You can gain infinite life. You have an infinite combo. You don't need to attack through the illusion. That being said, that version of the Skyclave Apparition deck that I ran didn't have Lingering Souls. Hopefully we can just fly over the illusion and we can just ignore it. And that's the other thing too. If you kind of compare the list that I 5-0'd with, that was black white base with Skyclave Apparition, I had spell bombs instead of lingering souls, and that is the change that I made. I don't think I need the main deck spell bombs, knock on wood, right now. I moved into the sideboard. I think lingering souls is really, really powerful, and I really, really like them post ban. It's going to be really good with Liliana carrying equipment, and it's better with Skyclave Apparition because now we can actually have a chance to ignore the illusion. We can actually just fly over the token if they end up killing the Skyclave Apparition. And then for the sideboard, this is just the same sideboard that I had in my black-green base. It's the same thing. But yeah, that's kind of my spiel. I spent 10 minutes literally going into why I don't like Skyclave Apparition, but I think it's needed because I feel like I get berated by questions about Skyclave Apparition and Abzan every time, and for good reason. It's a great card. You'd think intuitively it'd be great, but with a bigger sample size of games and just kind of playing with the card a lot more, it doesn't fit. And I don't know how else to put it, but it just the pieces don't come together that well. The card is very, very powerful, so it'll win games sometimes by itself. But it's one of those things where, like, at the end of the day, if it sticks out like a sore thumb, it doesn't gel with the rest of the deck. And it's one of those things where BGX is probably the least synergistic deck, but you still have to kind of consider the downsides of the card. And I think the downsides are not worth it. That being said, it might be worth it now because of Heliod. So we'll see how it goes. Tossing a Fetid Teeth, I don't know about that. I mean, you still want to splash green, so Fetid Teeth is kind of awkward. I guess maybe, especially because, like, in this Lurrus we only have 22 lands, so it's hard to, like, what do you do, like, cut the basic swamp? I don't think you can do that. You know what? Rhino? You're not wrong, Snackcaster Sigurd. You're not wrong. What are we talking about? Rhino or Toski? I was venting about Skyclave Apparition. And I literally spent 10 minutes talking about why I think Skyclave Apparition doesn't work in BGX. I think I'm just going to refer to this YouTube video right now that it's going to be up as to why I don't like Skyclave Apparition. Maybe I should just, like, clip that first 10 minutes of the stream out and just make it like, this is why I don't like Skyclave Apparition. I could, like, literally write a whole article about it. I think it's intuitively, it's unintuitively bad. I mean, Rhino is a consistent, like, where's Rhino? That's just a meme at this point. That's not a legitimate question. I feel like Toski has some legitimacy behind it because Toski is a very cool card. I feel like it's more of a meme more than anything, but I think Toski's fun and good in certain matchups for sure. Skyclave Apparition. That should, I'm gonna steal that. That'll be the title of the article if I ever get to it. Sure. I think this is good because we can turn one Inquisition and then the tap line doesn't actually hurt us unless we literally draw a 2-drop here. So let's bubble them. Unstill Mariner. So it's like spirits or something. Huh. This is humans with main deck Unstill Mariner. They can't cast Freebooter here. They can't cast Meddling Mage, so do we just take the Noble Hierarch here? I don't think I hate taking Noble Hierarch. Because it's like their only blue source. I think I like just taking the Hierarch here. I haven't seen anything that would fit in Abzan, sadly. Parallel bars. I wish there was something, but unfortunately I don't see anything. How about a land for this? Unlucky. Yeah, I don't know, you mad. Brushland's a very interesting choice of meta base. This Trion's kind of fucked us too. So now they just... Okay. I guess they could freeboot her now. Which should be better for us, because then we can just... or not. That's fine. Third land. Okay. We can't Lurrus Bauble back. I wonder if we just Stoneforge Mystic, get Batterskull, and then hopefully we can draw another land. We can push the Freebooter and then flash the Batterskull back in. I think it's fine. They do have the Reflector Mage, but we can just like flash in the blue sword. Like having this equipment in the hand is actually good if we can actually get the land drops to flash everything in. So I wonder if this is like a budget humans build. If they Reflector Mage my Stoneforge, I think I'm actually okay with that. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't just like freebooter the Batterskull. But I guess that wouldn't be that beneficial to play. Land? Can't cast that. So I guess we play Lurrus, because that's our only play. It sucks we can't bring Bauble back. That's really awkward. And then I guess they could Meddling Mage Stoneforge Mystic. We're just like, this Thalia attacks plus us missing land drops is really what's screwing us. I mean, I would love to trade these two equipments for lands, so we can actually like cast our spells, but and if they like Meddling Mage Stoneforge Mystic, I would not be surprised. They're also getting stuck on lands they can't cast and sell Mariner either. So they have Mariner, Freebooter, 2 unknown. Okay. Oh, if they draw Dismember, that's going to suck. Oh, but they can't cast it with the Thalia. They should just attack with both. Don't think it's worth trading there. Because now we can... Oh, we really need to draw land. Because now we can't like push plus Stoneforge either. I guess we bobble here and then we just have to push. So let's see what they're going to draw. Mantis Rider sucks. I think next turn they'll probably... Oh, I guess they can't cast Mantis Rider here. They don't have the mana to. I think they'll probably cast Unsilla Mariner and we'll just push the Mage. And then we can cast this over. Like there's also like just pushing the Thalia. I actually don't hate just pushing the Thalia here. They'll probably take one of the equipment, or they'll probably just take the Liliana. And then next turn we can Thought Seize plus Stoneforge Mystic. Even if we don't draw a land. Yeah, let's do that. And if they attack with a Reflector Mage, I'm definitely tempted to trade. But I might not. I could actually just attack back, and they probably won't block either. So I can actually just take the 2 and then crack back. If they even attack, which I don't think they would at this point. Yeah, so like if we with on lands here, we can just Stoneforge plus Thoughtseize. We don't get equipment. We sadly drew all of it, but I think it's fine. Yeah, so they take the Liliana, as expected. Let's see if they attack. Sure. Inquisition. Just take the ball back here. See what they draw. We're just not drawing lands. Oh, another Reflector Mage. Jesus. So they're not going to be able to cast a lot of these cards. So let's Inquisition here. Thalia's Lieutenant. They didn't cast the Aether Vial post-combat, which is weird. So I guess we just take the Lieutenant because it's the most damage. We can kind of just ignore the Mariner. We could also just go double discard spell, but I kind of want to get the Stoneforge down. Just to have a double threat. Oh, I can't get the Stoneforge down because they have Meddling Mage. So I think we take the Lieutenant because that's the card that's kind of the most threatening at this point. And then we'll attack. And us not drawing any lands is really awkward for us, for sure. And then we'll just Thoughtseize the Mariner. I can also see an argument for Thoughtseize the Rider. But we know they're not going to cast. They're not going to be able to cast it. So let's Thoughtseize. Yeah, the Rider's uncastable at this point, so I kind of want to just take the Mariner here. Okay, we need to draw lands here. This is not looking good here. Yep. So they're 10. Mantis are to be very bad. Let's see what they draw, because if they draw a mana source for the Mantis Rider, they do not. So that's good for us. How about a land? Untap land. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, the Goyf is going to hold the fort down, so it's not bad, but... Yeah, so they're going to draw Brushland here. Play Vial. They don't have any good attacks. Yep. So they have Rider Unknown. A land off the top would be good here. An untapped land specifically, because we can go Lurrus, bring back Bauble, hold up Abrupt Decay. Man, these brushlands are like, what the hell are you doing? I don't think they all out attack. That just seems so greedy. So greedy. If they do, I'd happily just block here. Take 5. Like, this is fine. Like, I kind of want to hold the Abrupt Decay for the Mantis Rider. Okay, this is getting greedy. Easy trade. Oh, Jesus. I mean, we just Lurrus. There's no point in holding up Rubber Decay. We Lurrus, Springback Bobble. Let's see what they draw here. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. My God. Like, our draws are just so awkward. We have all 3 equipment in hand and 3 Stoneforge Mystics versus a Meddling Mage and Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. I wonder if they attack here. Come on, deck. Help me out here. They can't really attack here. Unless they want to kill my Lurrus, but I don't think that's worth it for them. And then now I can't attack back with the Lurrus because of the Reflector Mage. I think it's worth bobbling myself now because we drew the fetch land here. But I kind of... Maybe I want to bobble. I could also just play Sword of Feast and Famine, equip Lurrus. Force the chump on from the Thalia's Lieutenant. We gain 5. Go to 10. So we actually go to 9 if we fetch. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you go exactly 1. So let's bubble them. See if they draw the requisite land for Mantis Rider. Because I like just Sword of Feast of Fame equipping Lurrus and attack. They do draw the requisite. No, they don't. No, they do. They can go red, white, blue. So they are going to cast Mantis Rider next turn. We take 5 in the air. We block 1. We take 8. And we go to 9. I think that's fine. Yeah. Equip here. Do this. Oh, it doesn't. You're right. You're right, Dietzel. You are right. You are 100% correct. I got confused. Go to 9. Okay, so now they're going to play Plains. We can equip Sword of Feast of Fame to those Lurrus and attack. And I'm pretty much untap. And then we can kind of go ham. We can go Stoneforge Mystic just to get a body out there and then hold the Abrupt Decay. Yeah, that's true, Diesel. That's true. These bro signs are really fucking our opponent here. I don't know why they aren't running like maybe Caverner souls are just so expensive, so maybe that's why they have brushlands instead. Maybe it's like a budget humans build. We don't know. Wow. we like that game was we were just like behind and behind and behind and behind and just like Lurrus having lifelink is just so clutch, I swear. Um I think Light and Shadow is better than Feast and Famine, so we'll make that swap. Um I think Kai's Guile and Ping Engineer are just kind of pretty good inclusions there. I think we just trim the Thoughtseize probably. I think everything else is fine. I guess as awkward as our draw was, our opponent's draws were also very awkward. Awkwardness all around. Yeah, so I think it's just Explosives, Guile, and Plague Man. Got the discard spells. Yeah. I'm not running Toski this league. Jin returned. I have some Toski content if you want to check out my YouTube channel. I stream Scoreblade, every now and then. One of my creations that I really like, that I enjoy. Just kind of a meta build, of course. I feel like if there's a lot of control, Toski is pretty good, and midrange as well. Because you want to utilize a lot of lingering souls. Lingering souls are just inherently better in that meta, and you have to deal with every one of those threats. Like if I have the Toski on board, so like a mid-range deck or a control deck that doesn't have white, so like Grixis, like how does Grixis beat Lingering Souls? And then when I said that, my last Squirrel Bayless, I lost against Grixis control, which is really funny. But my draws are just like really, really horrendous. Sorry to do. I think we're just gonna roll with this. That was an insane game though. Sounds pretty decent. We can scry trick here with Bobble. And then go turn 2, Stoneforge Mystic. It's not bad. Plants. Champion of the Parish. Seems good, seems good. Bubble ourselves here. Hopefully it's just a fatal push or something. Major Right, how's it going, buddy? I was actually stalking you during the Super Q. You actually had a pretty decent record. I was kind of rooting for you from my stream. Verdant Catacombs has been revealed. I'm just gonna fetch Triumph here. Gets Hilarion. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I think he ended like what, like 6-4 or 7-3 or something? Something positive, which is really good. It's kind of a cool planes. Yeah, you didn't read me for I got destroyed. I'm gonna draw a land. Yeah, that happens though. That's what happened to me in one of the multiple rounds where I just my draws were just very awkward. Like I just didn't draw a third land when I would have just been easily won and stuff. But that's magic, right? That is magic. Them going turn 3 Thali's Lieutenant, I think, is very good for us. Ooh, that's a turn slow. A turn slow. Because we can't kill this. unfortunately. Just gonna get a Batter Skull here. Unfortunately, we drew the other sword again. We just like drawing equipments, and you generally don't want to draw your equipments playing this deck because they're kind of just dead cards essentially. Huh. They really didn't like that bauble trick, huh? Okay. I'm kind of tempted just to Plague Man here. I think we have to take 8. Just so we can kill a guy and then like I'll trade with the champion essentially. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trading Plague Man for champion here. Oh god, Mantis Rider. Jesus Christ. Which again is fine, because now we can just, if this is all they do, we can just Abrupt Decay and then Flash and Batter Skull, untap, Flash and Sword, attack with Batter Skull, gain a bunch of life back. So as long as they don't have Reflector Mage, but even then if they have Reflector Mage, they can't really stop this right now. So it's actually fine. They can attack with all. Yeah. They will. They will. Trade here. Go to 3. Interesting. Huh. We get Lingering Souls and hold up Path. I don't know, Monster Trust. I don't know. I guess they didn't like us recurring baubles with Lurrus. That was a very traumatic experience for them apparently. So we have 2 lines here. We could hold up Abrupt Decay and flash in Batter Skull. The problem is then we have to trade our Batter Skull, or we can just block Thalia's Lieutenant with Stoneforge Mystic and just have a Batter Skull in play. We just have Lingering Souls. Or we can cast Lingering Souls, hold up Path. I kind of like just I kind of like just flashing in Batter Skull and hold up removal, i.e. their Abrupt Decay. And then if they attack, no, actually I like Lingering Souls better because it plays around a top deck Mantis Rider. So we'll do this. Hold up Path. It sucks if they have the Reflector Mage because they Reflector Mage this, but we just have a bunch of chump blockers then at that point. MTGO players. Yeah, it's very sus. I mean, Blush Land's also kind of iffy, but we'll see. Hopefully they just draw more Grafdigger's Cages. That would be... Lieutenant would be whatever... Oh, okay. I'm going to path this. So then that way we can flash in sword, equip sword, attack, shock, and then we just have a flyer on the backswing. So let's do that. Yeah, I mean the cage is doing something. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely doing something. So we died to essentially another Mantis Rider with my line here, but I don't know what else we could really do. So we can't really play around another Mantis Rider. So we could either like abrupt decay the Mantis Rider and that, or the Mantis Rider, and that would be safe. But then we just die to another one, right? I guess we just don't attack with the spirit, but I think they're just playing it too safe. I'd rather just get the sword on the spirit and attack. Oh, but then we can't block though. What sucks is we can't decay and flash and batter skull though. Oh, that's awkward. Maybe I just get Stoneforge down, get the other sword, and then just flash in Batter Skull and block the Mantis Rider. So we die to another Mantis Rider either way, but at least we kind of commit to the board a little bit. Yeah. Because we can't cast Abrupt Decay, and I really want to get this Batter Skull down. So just pass, block with Stoneforge, put the Batter Skull. And we can't put in Batter Skull and Decay. So I think I'm going to... We're just dead to another Mantis Rider. We're dead to a Reflector Mage too. So maybe it's just correct just to pass. And then if they have a if they have a Reflector Mage, we can at least decay, and if they don't, then we can just flash and Batter Skull. So maybe it's just correct just to pass. Yeah, I think it's just correct just to pass. And then if they just attack with Mantis Rider, we can just flash and Batter Skull. I think I like that line. Okay, they drew... okay, that's a redraw, so... we'll see what happens there. If it's another Mantis Rider, we're kind of fucked, but... Okay. If they attack with Thalia, that'd be interesting. They do! Wow. Okay, they don't. I was gonna say that would be crazy. So they probably just have another land here. If they have a Dismember, that would suck. But Dismember wouldn't be the worst. Because now we can just play Decay now. There's an argument for a Flashing Sword and an equipment, but I kind of want to also just play around Dismember a little bit. I think I still hold up Decay. Kind of want to just Decay the Mantis Rider here. Worst case scenario. Yeah, I think I just want to hold up Decay. Yeah, if they just attack with Mantis Rider, I think it's better to... Okay. They just concede. I think if they just attack with Mantis Rider didn't have anything, I think it's better just to flash in the sword here. And then untap, equip the sword to the Stoneforge Mystic. And then just attack. And then we have mana to decay at that point. So, cool. Good start. Beetle the humans. Definitely an interesting humans match. I don't think I've ever played against a humans opponent that brought in Grafdigger's Cage against me. But Yeah, seriously, Jin, for sure. I mean, like that's it's. I think that's a situation where, um, they probably over sideboarded, but Monster Treasure and Abzan player. There's dozens of us out there. I wish, um, I kind of want to make like a Discord for my channel, and then kind of have it be essentially uh, an Abzan kind of Discord as well, and try to congregate that way because I feel like there's a lot of Abzan players that are like 5-0ing and stuff, and it'd be kind of cool to kind of get people's thoughts and stuff. I just don't know how interested people would be. Monster Chest, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Try to mull into 5. It's pretty good against her. 2 Thought Seizes. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop here. I need to do that. I was thinking about it. I know someone asked if I had a Discord like a long time ago, but I didn't think that many people would be interested. But if people are getting interested, then I would be obviously more inclined to do it. I guess we just take the Opt here and then take the Manamorphose after. I'm assuming this is like Storm or something. Yeah, the mid-range Discord isn't like it's not as active as I would like it to be, which just kind of makes me concerned because like I don't know how active if I do make a Discord, I don't know how active that one would be. But maybe it'd be more active. I don't know. I just feel like the Abzan one and the mid-range one is kind of like it's just not as active. Like people post stuff, but even I post in there like when I go stream and stuff. But and always say I'd make my Discord open to like other archetypes like Rock and Jun too. Like I would have different channels, but it's tough. I just like casting somewhere to go. I do too, buddy. You and I are cut from the same cloth here. So we get Storm. They have Bolt, Mesa, Canal. Their hand is absolute ass. Hopefully we draw like a threat or the Tarmogoyf would be the best draw here. Yeah, the Tarmogoyf would be a draw because now they since they cracked the Mesa, the Goyf would be able to survive this lightning bolt here. Already Stoneblade too. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I would make it open to what people want in the Discord. Like I'm not gonna like just make it. Thank you. I would make it just Abzan or whatever. I think that'd be a little too niche. But I think it'd be cool. I should probably just do it. Even if it's only like 10 people that would be in it, I guess it'd be quality over quantity. Like, what's the point of having 100 people if no one's posting? But, like, if there's, like, 10 people that are actively posting, I think that's when it would be very, very good, right? So. Okay, they bolt me. So is this, like, Blue Prowess or something? Not Storm? Oh, that's actually pretty bad for us. We need to draw Liliana or Path. Because this removal doesn't do anything. Skyclave Apparition doesn't kill this either. We're actually like those Thoughtseize are actually really bad for us. They top too, so we need exactly Liliana here. Okay, that's not Liliana. We could honestly just die, which is so scary. Their hand was so bad, but they top deck the Storming Entity, which is so good for them. Because it's like the one threat that we just can't kill with our hand. And we just constantly have these equipment. Like, I don't think I can mulligan that hand. Double Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, 2 lands. But god damn, like... we could literally just die to this. They topped. Okay, so is their last card like a Bolt? If that's the case, that would really suck. They topped this. So I wonder if they topped like another creature on top. That'd be really interesting. That's a good draw, because now we know. And it grows a Goyf too. What do they top here? Mutagenic growth. Interesting. So they don't have the growth in hand, though. That's the thing. Interesting why they top that against our deck. I did not leave green open, unfortunately. So I actually think it's worth it just to shock our opponent here. So we want to be within lethal, right? So let's do this. See if they draw a path. Path would be a good draw. Or not. We can just draw land too. That's fine. So I don't know what their last card is. It's hard to read at this point. At least I'm having trouble reading what their last card is. But we know their last card is Mutagenic Growth. So we can play around. If they had Vapor Snag, they would have snagged the Goyf already. I think it's just safe just to pass here. And then we can just like push the Soul Scar Mage. Attack. Growth. Bolt. It's not lethal yet, so they have to go, which makes sense. So their draw, them topping makes sense because they literally kill us in 2 turns. So it makes sense. Oh my god, they punted. They punted, and this is kind of why I honestly kind of waited because they're not like, this is just, they just didn't play around Fatal Push. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. They absolutely punted. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That is crazy. And that's I didn't think that they would do that, but like I kind of left that door open, which is why I didn't push. Like the only way you would want to main phase was play. I guess you want to play on Spell Pierce, but like, what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna judge. Okay, no judgment here. So I like swapping swords here. I think the gain 3 life is a little more relevant than tapping. Eidolon's kind of why I like this matchup's kind of why I have Eidolon. Kaya's Guile is also very good. Skyclave Apparitions are just kind of awkward, but I think it's best just to cut the Thought Seizes. And then hopefully we can Liliana other Skyclave Apparitions, or we just have Lingering Souls. Like not having Thought Seizes means we can't take their Storming Entities. All we need to do is just hope to keep the board clear with like Engineered Explosives, take away their 1-drops, push the Sprite Dragons, and then Liliana the Storming Entity away. It's kind of our outs there. We also just chump for days. They also mulligan to 5 too. So like this matchup's just like actually feels subtly slightly unfavored from my experience. Yeah, I've been liking Seas, but it just makes our life total just so dangerous, you know? Wow, we would like the green mana. We would like green mana here. How about no one drop? That would be great. And we can Stoneforge on, and we can hold up push, and then Stoneforge on turn 2. Nope, that ain't happening. They're gonna play one drop. One drop incoming. Okay, so we're gonna be pushing that baby. Path is good. How about a green source off the top? One of these days. One of these days. Okay. We kind of walk into Spell Pierce here, but I don't think that's worth it. If they have Spell Pierce, they have Spell Pierce. Wow, they do. They do have Spell Pierce. Wow. Okay. Okay, we're going to Stamp Stone first and stick here. We need some green mana, please. How about no bolts or such from our opponent? That would be great. How's it going, the last god? Hope you're doing well. Oh man, how about an EE off the top? E off the top. One time. I'd probably take a green source too, just so I can decay something and then set up the Liliana the following turn. Oh god, is this slide up the stage? Jesus, their hand's very good. Yowza. Green source. Green source. What sucks is this Eidolon is just gonna die when we chump block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. I think we just have to Liliana them. Actually, like, deal with the board here. And then if we want to attack the Liliana down, then this muted Genicro's kind of wasted. It's kind of my thought process here. And then if we draw a green source, we can like theoretically go like decay and then just hold up path. But like if okay. They might just start this Liliana. Oh, okay. I wonder if they're gonna attack this Liliana down. Okay. Again, green source would be good. We're just gonna die here. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're one short. Oh man. Unfortunate. So let's see if they attack the Liliana down. I think that would be incorrect, but man, they just have all the hasters. Okay. GG. They went from a board of 2 Swiss Spheres to 1 Swiss Spheres to 2 Spread Dragons and a Swiss Sphere. That mutagenic growth was so gross off the light up the stage. Sounds fine. Hopefully we draw another black source. I'm gonna get Temple Garden with this essentially. Just another land would be great off the top. Untapped preferably, then we can Inquisition into Decay into Liliana. And that's how we can kind of beat Storming Entity without having to cast Thoughtseize. So... And this is kind of the hands that I'm talking about where Skyclave Apparition that makes it really awkward. It's like we need double black for Liliana and double white for Skyclave Apparition. So we're gonna get, you know, Temple Garden here because we need green and white mana, obviously. And then like we kind of need literally, you know, Conceal Courtyard or Godless Shrine, or like we like the color requirements to fulfill to cast every spell is just so difficult with, you know, this kind of shell. And I kind of want to just point that out because this is literally, you know, what I'm talking about when we're you know, assessing these kind of cards. I think we just take the Soul Scar Mage here, so they don't have a 1-drop, and then like if they want to cast a threat, they're gonna cast a Sprite Dragon. Yeah, take the threats forever. It doesn't matter which one though. I mean, they had Sprite Dragon, right? So okay, we need a black source, please. Yeah, if we draw exactly Concealed Courtyard, that's probably the best draw. It's awkward that we don't have a bauble for this Lurrus. Like, I wish this sword was a bauble. That'd be really good. Because now we can bauble trick, right? Unfortunate, though. That being said, their hand is also kind of a dud from what I am aware of. So... Okay. I'm surprised they're doing this now. I feel like I'd rather save it. But who do I know? I don't know what the rest of the cards are in their hand. Like, them burning these Metamorphoses are very interesting. Yeah, it's like one of those things where I think I'm just overly anal about mana requirements and the mana base. I think I'm just... Like, for me to play 3-color deck, I need it to be very, very efficient. And Skyclave is just makes it really awkward. Too awkward for me to like. The other thing, too, is I can just take this and then just get a Triome. I actually kind of like that. And then we can, like, Liliana them if we draw the black source. I kind of like just getting the Triome here. And if we can get the Liliana down, it's just way better. Okay, well, those things did not happen, but I mean, that's not a bad draw. And I kind of, this play is actually kind of good because I feel like I'm signaling that I don't have a removal spell, and maybe hopefully they go all in on this Sprite Dragon, or not. So I am going to play around Spell Pierce here. I am going to cast Abrupt Decay instead of Fatal Push. Are they going to be conservative? I know Lava Dart, and that's the only card I know. If we were able to cast Leon, that would have been so good. Okay. They're gonna pass priority here. They're gonna cast Lava Dart. Cast Lava Dart, please. So they're totally representing Spell Pierce, right? So again, another land would be very clutch here. Because then we can Fatal Push this with Spell Pierce and be Spell Pierce proof. And Inquisition will also just be a good draw because we can fight through it too. But if they do have Spell Pierce, that's going to be bad for us. Okay. So maybe we just want to push now. Because just to play around double Spell Pierce. You can also just Liliana and just get the Spell Pierce out of the hand, but then we just also just take the most damage. I think I like just Fatal Pushing now. And just play around double Spell Pierce. And then like Mission's Ball would be a very good draw because we can like lure Spring Ball back. Hopefully they don't have another threat. Because if they have like Storming Entity, they need to like Dart plus Storming Entity essentially. Okay. Professor Onyx looks a little weird. I like the art on that card. It's pretty sweet. So Skyclave Apparition would be great here because it plays around Spell Pierce, which is what they are totally kind of representing. So we're gonna have to do this. Eat the Spell Pierce. Yeah. And then hopefully the second Liliana resolves. They just drew another threat, which is unfortunate for us. Oh, there's Liliana. That's really funny. We just hope they just don't draw anything. This is so awkward. We could also just die here. Okay. They are kind of going for it. Okay. Huh. Fuck. So we need to draw Fatal Push or Path to Exile. So we can push plus minus with the Liliana. Oh, that's so bad. They bottom topped. So we're gonna crack this. Get another black source in case we draw a Fatal Push. So probably get Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, Overgrown Tomb. Or Gauntlet Shrine. I think Gauntlet Shrine is better. We don't have Scourge. We only need one green source. Push or Path. Oh, man. They just, like, drew that one extra threat. So unfortunate. Hopefully they... no, we go 7. We take 4 from Stormwing. So any spell, we're kind of screwed, and they scry to the top. Oh, man. And this is kind of the situation I'm talking about where, like, they... you know, like, we can't Thoughtseize them naturally drawing the Storming Entity. So it's like, it's... in a vacuum, you'd want to Thoughtseize this away, but, like... it's just to suffice just, you know, taking them out of Ruffos. Are you implying that Blue-Red Prowess is the most played deck on MTGO? Maybe. You're probably right. So we need Lingering Souls. Oh, they just have the Bolt. Jesus. They just have it all. I mean, this is like a build where I'm kind of trying to make a point that like Skyclave Apparition is just not good in BJX, and that's kind of the point of this stream, honestly. Like this isn't the exact build I would bring, but you did bring a good point where maybe I should probably have more hate against Blur Prowess, but it's just the deck is just so hard to hate out. That's the problem. The thing about Last Goddess though is like I guess so, because at least we can gain life if we were to trade with the Swiss Sphere. But yeah, maybe you're right. It's just so hard to like I'd rather because I'd rather get the immediate value of the Liliana minus and kill the Swiss Sphere versus like Lurrus chumping the Swiss Sphere, and if they have any removal spell, well then we're just kind of fucked anyway, right? So wing shards. I mean, I have Kaya's Guile and... oh, man, it's like Tron. I have Kaya's Guile and Eidolon or Rhetoric, right? Like, there's no card that, like, actively hates on them. I should have saved the Thoughtseize. Like, is there a card that, like, you recommend that would be good against it, because I don't think I'm not really aware of a card that is. That's just like actively good. I guess we get the threat down, right? I'm gonna hold the fetch land in case we want a bauble trick. But they're like kind of far off casting Tron, so. I'm glad you like the Tron redemption. That's true, Last God. That's true. You definitely have a point there for sure. I guess I'm on board with it. I'm gonna attack, crack this for a Triumph, and then play Stoneforge just to get Sword of Feast of Famine. They are kind of far off Tron here. They have mine, but then they still need to have the other one. So we'll get Sword of Feast of Famine. And hopefully hopefully they just go like mine, play out a couple stars or something. Okay. Okay. Second Kaya's Guy. I've been a really big fan of Kaya's Guy for sure. Okay. That's unfortunate. They F6, so they're not representing Dismember. It's unfortunate that we have no follow-ups here. But they can cast Karn. They Titch Tower. Okay. Yeah, I've been really impressed with Kaya's Guy as well. Hopefully we draw Thoughtseize. Or Liliana would be a great draw here. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I guess we just play the Batterskull out. Hopefully we draw Skyclave Apparition. There's no point in getting the equipment because of the card of the Great Creator. They just discard Wormcoil. So they have Tron. They can go Karn plus Bridge is probably what they have to do. I think we'd play the Stoneforge out. Just to have, if they can't cast their other card in hand, we can attack Stoneforge. Yeah, Weather the Storm is, I think, too cute. I think I'd rather have a second Kaya's Gal. I think that's definitely the call here. So Skyclave Apparition would be great. Abrupt Decay, we have 4 outs. 4 outs. Okay. Can't cast the last card in hand. Oh, they can. So Skyclave Apparition, Abrupt Decay. Oh boy. I mean, maybe Kaya's Guile is just better than Eidolon or Rhetoric. Maybe I should just do that. Like, just Kaya's Guile over Rhetoric. I don't like Maul in this deck. Okay. So now we need Lingering Souls. Turn too slow. Fuck me. 4 blue at Prowess. But maybe just the Kaya's Guile is just better. Okay, so now we need Path. Jesus. I mean, we drew the decay. So another out would just be another removal spell. Like it's just a push, and we just push. Fuck me. They have Ugin in hand. So we have Path, Fatal Push, or another Abrupt Decay. I don't think so. Because I don't want to trade. I want to set up an alpha turn. That's the thing. Oh, God. They're just doing it all. Okay. Path one time. Push one time. That's fair. Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly what Lord Michael said. I can't equip. Now they just Ugin next turn. Yeah, the static ability is always easy to forget. Unfortunate. They minus here and conceding. Man, we're very close. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. Do this. Probably trim here. Probably just trim a Skyclave, right? Or we just trim a Souls, to be honest. Let's just do that. Guess CCM arguing for like trimming a Decay. But I think that suggestion of swapping the Eidolon for a second Kai'Sa, I think is probably the best. I actually kind of like that swap. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. That's a good suggestion. I like that. Because Kai'Sa has been very, very good. I actually would want to main deck it if there's room. But like with like the Stoneforge package and the Lurrus package, there's barely room for Lingering Souls, honestly. So fucking Tron. I mean, sure. This is a really bad hand, but put Mulligan to 5. This is exactly what we want. And Mulligan to 4. All right, we needed Stoneforge Mystic off the top. How about that? Well, if you have any non-land cards, opponent. Oh my god, they're gonna have natural Tron, are they? I'm gonna be very mad. Okay, they're very far off Tron. Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic. Nope. Tarmogoyf would be fine too. Or we could just not have any of those at all. That's also completely fine. Lingering Souls. Let's go, baby. Let's get that clock going, huh? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, both our hands are ass. Understood. Oh boy. Let's crack this and then flashback. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Come on, Lingering Souls. I believe in you. Okay, I believe a little less now. Mire Triton? What is that? Okay, we need to dig for a Thoughtseize or Damping Sphere. That's not any of those. So they Karn. They probably plus. Yep. God damn. That plus is like equal to my Lingering Souls clock. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Wow. I will take that in a heartbeat. Unbelievable. Let's Lily on a plus here. Discard the Inquisition. See if they discard this, and if they don't, then we know the last card is mine, and then I think we just send everything at the Karn just to play our own Dismember. No payoff. No payoff. No payoff. Okay. Was this like Sanctum? Okay, no payoff. Oh, man. Well, another Liliana would be pretty decent here. 2-drop Death Shot, Death Touch, gain 2 life, middle 2 cards. Huh, interesting. I don't know what it's for though. Is it just like a 2/2? I gotta. What is the point of that card? Okay, another Liliana would be fine. Because I'm presumably gonna minus this Liliana. Yep. So Thoughtseize or Liliana off the top would be fine. That plays. That very much plays. So all these attack Karn. One of these attack opponent. 3. Damping Sphere. I mean, they have the Blast Zone for it, but at least that just buys us a turn, right? Because we could arguably race this. They go to 9. They put Blast Zone. They pop Blast Zone. So they have 3, 6, 8. They need another Tron land off the top to cast Ulamog. Four, 9. We're one short from equipping Batterskull to a Lingering Souls and killing them next turn. But I think Batterskull is the play. Yeah. 6, 8. Dang, so us playing around Dismember that one turn cost us a turn here. I wonder if it'll be detrimental. I think we had to, though. Just need to dodge Tron. Dodge Tron. Okay. Oh, but if they get Tower, I think they have enough mana. They don't. Okay, so they can't Ulamog next turn, which is so good for us. Wow. Are we actually going to win this game? I kind of want to play around a removal spell. So I kind of want to just, like, not do anything here. I kind of don't want to cast this Lurrus. Crack this. They'll Ulamog, probably presumably eat the Batterskull. Like, they need literally Oblivion Stone, probably. And then we just bounce Batterskull, play Lurrus. Bauble Trick. Yeah. These Lingering Boys are just... Lingering Souls, baby! Ugin does. Ugin and or Oblivion Stone. Yeah, you're right, Lord Michael. Wow. Lingering Souls, baby. Lingering Souls. Oh, boy. I kind of want it over Skyclave Apparition. Is that bad? Like, Lingering Souls actually, like, puts on a decent amount of pressure. Just don't. Yeah, I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying my best here. They just need a Mulligan to 4 every game. I mean, our opponent Mulligan to 4 that game, and we barely won. I think I want this change. I'm making a point that I don't like Skyclave Apparition, and this will help too. I don't like Ashok in this matchup. Oh, we just need a threat here. I think we have to keep this, though. I think we have to keep this. I just hope to have a threat. Okay, opponent's Mulligan to 5. If we can just draw literally a 2-dropper, hopefully we win. Top 3 on this top 5, probably. Opponent Mulligan to 4 again. Mulligan to 3. Oh my god. Please give me a threat. Please off the top. I'll take a Lingering Souls. I'll take a fucking Kasali Pride Mage. I'll take it. How's it going, Odysseus? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good myself. Thank you for asking. Okay. They could have Tron. They could also just not have a second land and we can decay this map. That'd be great. So no second land. Okay, they do. They just have Tron. Cut. I mean, I guess I just do this. And then we can Thoughtseize whatever next turn. So they have Tron here. I mean, we have Batterskull rolled up too. And I'll probably Thoughtseize here. Okay. I'm gonna Thoughtseize now just to... Ooh, that's interesting. Because they can also just Karn, but then if they Karn minus, we can kill it with Lurrus. I think it's worth it just to get the Lurrus down, I think. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's get the Lurrus down. I got a threat. I asked for a threat, they gave me a threat. Okay. Again, if they get Karn, they get Karn. They could just hardcast Karn, they get Creator Dan Bopes. No. What's great, though, is we can just bring this back. So let's attack. See if they have, like, Dismember as a last card, which I doubt. Thoughtseize here. Please be a that we can get. Okay. Take the stirrings. I mean, I guess I could have waited on that Thoughtseize too. Okay. If we could fade one draw step. Is that too hard to ask? Just fade one draw step. Then we can just like, they could pop this, and we can just bring the Damping Sphere back. So just fade one draw step, please. Yeah, you definitely called it. You are a savant. Don't appreciate you calling that. Okay, that's fine. So just no payoff one time. No payoff one time. And we can bring back Damping Sphere. Okay, okay. Please. Okay, that's not a payoff. That's not a payoff. Okay. Okay. No! Another Lurrus off the top. Fulminator Mage. Lingering Souls. That plays. That plays. That plays. Because now we have lethal. Do we flash this back? I don't think we do. I don't think we flash it back. Fade. Lingering Souls. Oh my god. We just need our Tron opponent just to Mulligan to 4 and Mulligan to 3, and we got this. It's easy. Just do that, right? Just force in the Mulligan. Come on. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some more water real quick, and then we're gonna finish this league. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. Ah, fuck Tron. Oh, mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in, hanging out, guys. I really appreciate it. Hanging out on this Sunday evening. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend before start of this new, well, for me, work week. I don't know if you guys have school or work, but appreciate everyone, you guys hanging out. Way to decompress before we have to go back to whatever our obligations are on Monday. But appreciate you guys hanging out. I had a couple follows today. 59 viewers on my OBS account. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. Hopefully we can have a decent record with the Skyclave list. I think my main complaint with Skyclave is honestly just the mana. And I would probably like it more if I played Urza. In fact, I do like it in Urza, obviously, right? It's like it's version of Replicate. I just don't like it in Abzan, I guess, specifically, because it just fucks the mana, and you don't have basic swamp or like a second basic swamp or a second basic plains. So it's just like, it just makes it really, really awkward. Punch 3-1. We're against a Lurrus deck. Yeah, I think we mulligan this. A one-lander. This hand's better. We don't have a... yeah, this hand's pretty good. Point all small into 6. We're going to bottom the shrine here. So I'm kind of... Since we are against Lurrus, I don't think I'm going to activate Bauble. What the hell? Oh, okay. That's so weird. One Unearth. Unearth is an interesting card, for sure. Maybe if you really want to get Lurrus back, right? But I guess we take the Tarmogoyf. Oh, this is weird because both cards are technically uncastable here. But like the Scourge is absolutely uncastable right now, so maybe we just take the Tarmogoyf. Oh, I am taking 2 from Thoughtseize. You're right. I just totally forgot. Yeah, I think I take the Scourge. Then that makes it easy. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm just being a ding dong. Thank you for pointing that out. Last guy, really appreciate it. Bobble them. They are drawing Thoughtseize themselves, so our hand is absolute ass. Blood Crypt, Thoughtseize. They're going to take our only threat. Yeah, like, Unearth is definitely interesting for sure. I feel like it's better against cards that are like standalone threats. Like if they bolt the Stone Mystic, bringing it back doesn't feel as good as, you know, bringing back a Dark Confidant or a Hex Drinker, right? Jesus. Guess we're just gonna get a Triumph here. Goyf, push. Liliana would probably be our best draw here. Lingering Souls would also be a good draw. I kind of want to save this for their Lurrus. That crazy? Because their hand is push, Goyf, push, unknown. I'm playing Abzan. That's not wrong. I kind of want to take the Lurrus. Because, like, if they draw land, like, we're walking to a discard spell, but I kind of want to just save this Thoughtseize for the Lurrus. It's the cleanest way to answer it, honestly. And if they cast Tarmogoyf, if we can push it. Yeah, I want them to just put the Lurrus in hand. We can just cleanly answer it with Thoughtseize, right? Vanderberg8890, thank you for the follow. I really, really appreciate it. Yep. So hopefully they just put Lurrus in hand the next turn. That would be the most ideal. I'm gonna push now. I can see an argument for like playing like if we draw Liliana, but I think that's fine. Man, this is. Hopefully they just bring Lurrus back and then we draw Lingering Souls or something. Just put Lurrus in hand, please. Lurrus in hand. Lurrus in hand. Okay, sure. Lurrus in hand. How's it going, Gong Song? Hope you're doing well. Lurrus in hand. Lurrus in hand. Lurrus in hand. Thank you. Thank you. So the Thoughtseize is fantastic. Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls. Batterskull would be good too. Lurrus would be also fantastic because we can go Thoughtseize, Lurrus, so we have decent draws here. It does. You just have to keep. You have to assert dominance, Lord Michael. You have to. Yeah, you have to. You have to look at the deck straight in the eye and go, I'm gonna draw this card. And it's not like I'm drawing a 1-0. I'm giving them multiple options. Lingering Souls, Lurrus. Oh my god. How's it going, Caustic? Here at the party. Okay. They have a lot of fatal pushes. And a lot... I mean a lot of fatal pushes. I mean, Liliana would be good. Yeah, Death Shadow would be the worst. That... Oh, god damn. Fuck. They targeted themselves and they don't like the card on top, so they get to essentially scry to the bottom. Lingering Souls, Lurrus, Liliana the Veil. I think I'm holding that. And this is what I'm talking about. This is so awkward. Like, we can't, like, not get value out of this, right? And, like, we can't expect the Skyclave Apparition to cross the finish line in a couple turns, right? Because if we play Skyclave and they slam a Shadow or a Scourge, like, we're like, okay, we're absolutely fucked. Yeah, I think maybe it's just correct to just throw this out here. And just attack. Like, with them having Fatal Push is, like, a real drawback here. So we're just literally playing a 3-mana 2/2 bear. Fuck me. Instantly punished. Kind of scared of Colgon's command, but don't think we can exactly play around it. We're still okay. We could draw Lingering Souls, Liliana the Veil, a Lurrus, Lingering Souls, Lurrus. Fuck me. That's really funny. I really would. That second Kai's guy over the Eidolon, I am totally on board now. I forget who suggested it. I gotta scroll up, but whoever made that suggestion, that I'm really on board with that. So just trim the thought seizes. And I think that's like a quarter case of just like Skyclave Apparition just being not good. It's like you have to put a threat down, right? And then just got instantly punished when they had a Death Shadow. And you can't like hold it, right? It's just like so awkward. So awkward. Again, awkward in BGX. It's a great magic card. And I don't want that to be misconstrued. It's a great magic card, but not in BGX. It just feels awkward. Because like you want the board clear, and then you top deck Skyclave, and you're like, did I want the board clear at that point? You know, it's... And then it's just not fast. It's not fast enough clock to like close the door, because more often than not, it could be your only threat, right? Versus in contrast, like again, you know, in taxes in Heliod, like it's like one of the least threatening cards. You know, so if anything, they don't want to kill your Skyclave Apparition, or like you're sandbagging it because it's like your only removal spell. Like Skyclave Apparition doesn't complement your other removal spells. I think that's a key takeaway as well. And this is coming from a person who's jammed a lot of Skyclave and Abzan Midrange. Like I've 5-wooded with it. I've played at least 15 to 20 leagues with this version. it's just awkward. And I think that's just the best way to put it. And I know people keep asking about it, but it's just awkward. Maybe I could be playing it wrong. That's also a probability as well. Maybe it's just me playing the card awful. If we take Goyf, they take Lurrus. I don't think we take Sister or Bolt. I think we just take Goyf. We could also take the Thoughtseize, but they go Swiss for a Tarmogoyf, and then we just are just so dead. I think we have to take the Goyf here. That's also a very good point, Last God. Like, the other decks just utilize it better, you know? Okay. In the bin. In the bin. It's also one of those things where, like, in those respective decks, there's other, more threatening cards. But, like, again, more often than not, Skyclave Apparitions are only threat on the board, and then they just kill it, and then we are just, like, royally screwed. Okay, I'm not going to cast that. So I'll just do this. The Jund matchup? It's very just draw dependent, honestly. You're going to have pilots that are just... that are not as good, and you might be slightly favorable there, but I think in the grand scheme of things it's very draw dependent, and we're probably slightly unfavored. If they play the fetch we did not know about, so that's pretty bad on them. Thinking Souls is definitely a bomb for us, but Ren and 6 also is just so crazy of a card. I think we're going to just untap and play the sword if you don't draw anything. Okay. I guess we just play this. Again, awkward. I guess we essentially kind of take their bolt out of their hand. I wish we could recur this with Lurrus, though. If we could recur Lurrus with Skyclave Apparition, I think I'd be way more on board with the card, but obviously not. Although bring it back with Sword of Light and Shadow is definitely a thing too. Yep. So you have Delta, unknown, 2 unknowns. I can see they just bring Lurrus back to hand. In which case we can just play the sword and then crack Spell Bomb. Again, they're playing the land that I don't know about. Okay, that's bad. Okay. Could be worse. Could be worse. That's good. That's good. Yep. Let's get the Sword of Feast of Famine. And I will probably just crack this and try to get the 5th land to equip the sword on the Stoneforge Mystic. So they have Delta Unknown. Okay, they finally put the land that we knew about. Spellbound's kind of coming in clutch here. God damn it. I think it's still worth cracking this spell bomb here. Hit the 5th land. Come on, deck. Help me out here, dude. Help me out here. Help me out. Maybe. Maybe you're right. I think you're probably right there, Slayerfall. That's a good point. Inquisition. Liliana of the Veil. It's not bad. Hopefully they just play Lurrus. Actually, you're probably right, Slayerfall. I think that was actually just the correct play. I think I'm just kind of tilting of just flooding out here. Okay. Them cracking is not good. So they're going like Scourge plus Lurrus? Okay, Goyf's fine. Okay. Trigger Revolt. Push Lurrus. Give me something, deck. Give me something. Well, actually, Slayerfall. Oh, I guess if we think they're not gonna like, I guess we have to value between tagging the Croxa in the graveyard, because like the Croxa can just come back inevitably, right? Goddamn. Oh my god. Death Shadow. Don't even know what we need here. Okay, that's not bad. Could be worse. Wow. I don't know why they attacked the illusion. It's just weird. I guess they thought it would be a free attack. Never mind, that actually makes sense. We need something. Unfortunate. Would that have got me out of it though? Saving this. Because like they would have had the crux up. I guess they'd be far from escaping the Croxa. So yeah, actually that's just a punt on my end. I probably could have cracked the spell bomb but then they'd have Lurrus and recurring Cruxes. Like, are we scared of that? Probably. But I definitely should have thought about that more. I think that's the thing. I think I rushed that decision. I think it's actually a lot more closer than now that I'm kind of thinking about it. Come on, deck. I mean, we have a bobble trick, so let's do that. Uh-oh. What? Okay, that was decent draw. Which is awkward now too, because if we kind of want Temple Garden with this, if we want to bobble trick ourselves, what the hell is Swamped Chromatic Star? But like, so then like if we want to shuffle this top card away, we have to get Overgrown Tomb here, and that means we can't cast Skyclave Apparition. But let's. So I think just so we can have that door open, I think we're just gonna bobble our opponent, and then Inquisition them, and just get Temple Garden with this. Galvanic Blast. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so it is probably some Urza build. So we take the easy war here. So then we draw Galvanic Blast. This goes to 4/5. Fatal Push is a good draw here. In case they draw Emery or something. Okay. Land would be very good. Blasts, Pyrite. So they could theoretically answer my Tarmogoyf. They go Blast plus activate Pyrite. I don't know if it's worth it though. Land. Land. Come on, deck. Because if they blow Blast plus Pyrite here, like I'd like totally fine with that. That's just like a lot of resources. God, if we just had just slammed a threat this turn, we would be in pretty decent shape. Oh, they didn't activate the Galvanic Blast first. What are our opponents doing right now? Kate Doris, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Interesting. Inventor's Fair is annoying. Land off the top, please. So deck. Okay. Okay. So Blast, unknown. Land. Please. I beg of you. I beg of you. I mean, hopefully this Glaive just gets us there. Our opponent literally doesn't do anything. I don't think there's a point in king the Prism. We need to save these decays. Oh, they do lose Glimmer Void. Oh, that's a decent line. Kind of like that now that I point that out. Good point. Wait, what? Oh, and oh my god, I did that at the end of my turn. Sorry, I I hit my head on the top of the mic. Thank you for pointing that at me, MTG Kuma. I didn't say which I was relevant though. A fetch shot would be very good here, because then we can get Black Source and double push Emery and Urza. So black fetch land would be the best draw. Fetch land. Like even just casting Lingering Souls would have been so good there. Guess we get Batter Skull. Oh, doesn't matter. I guess we just rather get Batter Skull just to get a threat. Just so we can kind of go wide. Nobody beats the MTGO Suffler. You're not wrong. Okay. Again, fetch land would be really good. We just double push. Oh, we don't. Yeah, we don't actually have the other push. Like we push the other thing, which is fine. Like Lingering Souls would have been just fantastic. Like I would actually probably play Lingering Souls just to threaten lethal here. MTGO best. It's somewhat. Sometimes it's really frustrating, and I think this league has just been extra frustrating. I just like it's coupled with just this. I point out like how, the mana requirements of this deck is just really a lot. It asks for a lot, and then just having these kind of draws too is really unfortunate. Then again, we win if we draw a Fatal Push here. Okay. Okay. Are they spinning Urza? They're spinning Urza. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Fetch land, please. Fetch land, please. Please. I mean, it's just we just Thoughtseize here, right? We can't Fatal Push this Emery anyway. Okay, sure. So they have a redraw here. As long as they don't draw Thopter Foundry, like we can try to slam Lingering Souls and just like get there. This has been a very frustrating league. I apologize if I'm like tilting more than usual. But it's just like when the deck doesn't cooperate for multiple matches, multiple games and matches, gets the best of us sometimes. Like if we had just casted this at any point prior to this, we would just been like we force lethal this turn. And every turn we give, it's just kind of brutal. Okay. Do they have the other combo piece? Okay. That's fine. Wow. Can't believe we were like doing this. The Stormgloive is going all the way. Oh no, please don't tell me they. Okay. Please give me a land. Please give me a land. Come on, deck. Oh my god. This is like borderline ridiculous, right? We're gonna upkeep draw them just in case they draw Emery or Urza. We can push on their turn. Okay, they draw Urza. Okay, so this is why I did it on this specific time point here, because now we have Revolt for this push we have. I have 2 draws to land. Thank God. Fuck me. We got there. Come on. 1 draw step. Fucking God. We just casted a Tarmogoyf and honestly it shouldn't have even lived. Like it only lived because our opponent just didn't sequence their spells correctly. Oh, we're winning because our opponent is our opponents have not been playing optimally, and let's just put it at that. Plague Engineer seems good. Ashiok, EEs, Spell Bombs. How's it going, Jay Freezy? We're doing well. I kind of like just honestly boarding out the Stoneforge package. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? How's it going, Russ? Hope you're doing well. I'm kind of like just boarding out the snowboards package here. Because like the protection doesn't really matter when they have the only card that I might consider is maybe sort of Fire and Ice, but I just don't think it's good enough. I think I'd rather just go like this and lean on Goyf plus Souls and Skyclave. Hey, Russ, thank you for the raid, buddy. Really appreciate it. Hope your stream went well. Do we just trim a Liliana here? Is that bad? Am I crazy? Let's do that. Enduring Ideal? That's pretty sweet. Thanks for the raid, buddy. Have a good night. Take care. Enduring Ideal is definitely sweet, though, for sure. Let's keep. They could turn one Emery us, which would be brutal. They have another bauble. They don't. Okay. I think it's still worth scry tricking here. Okay. That means they don't have the Emery, though. EE is a decent draw. So let's bauble ourselves. Godless Shrine. I want the Godless Shrine, so I'm going to fetch. I don't want to draw it. Is that Paulo Vito Domarosa's card? If it is, then I think the answer is no. Wow, they're so far off casting anything. I think I just take the gear per Aether Grid here. That's a card that's like pretty annoying. Thoughtseize, good draw. I think 3 mana is just a lot for that type of effect, right? Like even take a look at stuff like Tidehauler, Sculler and stuff. It's just it's a lot to ask for. It's a cool card though, for sure. Let's Thoughtseize. Since we don't have a 2-drop anyway. Tezzeret. Holy moly. Well, that Ashok that is on our table looks pretty fucking good here. I kind of want to save this bauble. So I might go like flats bauble here. And then if they crack the spellbomb to try to get another land, then I can do the bauble trick after. And then just slam Ashok here. Adventure's Fair. Okay. Spell bomb. Okay, they have double whir. I'm not going to crack at this bubble then. I'm going to kind of wait for them to do this. So I'm going to get a Triumph here. And then just slam this Ashok and say good luck, dude. Like... I mean, they're going to gain a life every turn from this Adventure's Fair, but... I think it's worth saving this bauble in case of draw Lurrus. Like, we don't need any other cards in hand. Like, we have a threat, we have Liliana, and we have Engineer Explosives. Cool. Okay. So now I might bauble them on their upkeep just to get information. We don't know the card they draw off Wobble, but ooh, Urza. So I'm definitely in the market to Liliana Plus now. Okay. Yeah, so now they're just trying to hit lands. I mean, it's definitely worth testing. It's definitely a good. I think it has potential, but I think it's just too expensive. You know, it's too expensive. Oh no, that is not good. Do we just E for 2 and just destroy the Thopter? Urza were unknowns. Yeah, kind of like just E for 2. And then popping. Yeah, if it was a 2-mana spell, we're having a totally different conversation. But the fact that it is a 3-mana spell for a discard spell, essentially, it's kind of hard. Okay. Now we Liliana minus. We're gonna have to fade them on drawing a land here. Oh, they just conceded. Interesting. They had Urza in hand. They could easily beat us. That was kind of an early concession, I think. Because they had Urza. So we minus them. If they draw a lane, they slam Urza. We play Lingering Souls flashback, and then if they draw another land, they could theoretically spin. And even then, like, if they don't draw a land, we literally on a plus, they have 2 cards to pitch the whir, and we went out that fast. Like, we don't have a clock. I don't know why they would concede there. That's interesting. But I will take the 3-2. That tasted good, redeeming the GG. Nice. Are there enough invocation cards in Modern to make a meme deck with him? Probably. Are you talking about, like, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Egyptian ones? Because, I mean, there might not be enough, though. They have Thoughtseize, Containment Priest. It might not be enough to make it fully. I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on what your definition of invocation is, though. 3/2s get chest. Yeah, I'm not going to complain, but I feel like the wins were definitely due to our opponents not playing great. Like, we beat a humans that was arguably budget. I forget what our second victory was. Oh, we beat Tron. Okay, so our wins were our humans opponent playing arguably a budget build, our Tron opponent moving to 3 and 4, and our Urza opponent not playing great and literally misfrequencing their Galvanic Blast and their Pirate Spell Bomb, and we definitely wouldn't have won that game. So Solomon Meddling Mage. Meddling Mage wasn't Invocation though, I don't think. I don't think that was. I don't think yeah, I don't think Meddling Mage was an invocation card. I don't think it was. If we're talking about strictly the Yu-Gi-Oh ones from like whatever the border and foil that everyone dislikes. I keep getting 3/2s as well. I mean, I'll take getting 3/2s if it goes infinite, right? As just someone who just wants to stream for fun. I like playing Abzan. If I can just go on forever, like I'll take that. Especially if I'm trying different builds that I'm just testing and having fun with. Getting a 3/2 is suffice. But I think this is gonna sum up the Skyclave testing. Like, I just don't like Skyclave Apparition, and I think this league kind of showcased why I didn't. It makes the mana base awkward. When it's our only threat, it's awkward. When the board is clear, it's awkward. It also makes our mana base awkward. We can't have a second basic swamp anymore. We don't have a second plains. It doesn't beat Blood Moon because we don't have double white. It's just all awkward all around. And that being said, like against like the Jun Shadow deck, like we kind of drew awkwardly. Like we just flooded games 2 and 3 or 1 and 2, whatever the end result were. The games that we lost, we just literally flooded. We flood the games that we lost, we flooded, but the games that we won, we were lucky. And I think that's one of those things where when you're kind of playing these decks, you can't really be results oriented. I feel like you should weigh a lot into how the deck feels, because you can 3-2 with a really good deck, and it feels like a good 3-2. Like you lost to close games, you beat some great opponents. The losses were close, or like you just lost a variant, stuff like that, or like if you had if you made like a slight misplay and that cost you the game, right? But I think overall deck fields, the Skyclave Apparitions are just awkward. Like they're a great card again, but they just aren't worth it in my opinion. Force Souls is just the way to go with swords. Like the thing about Lingering Souls is just such a clunky card too. I think me personally, I think the Lurrus engine is what's gonna make Abzan playable. Lurrus is literally our version of Blood Red Elf. We need Lurrus to be competitive, and that's just my opinion. If you want to disagree and say you don't need Lurrus in the deck, that's really fine. But like for me personally, having the Bauble engine and being able to scry is just so important in a deck that has such a low power level. So being able to scry is so important. So since the Lurrus takes up so much of space, and there's equipment and you have Liliana, you're not going to cut your lows. You don't have room for Lingering Souls. So I think on Tuesday I'm probably going to go back to this list. I'm gonna take that suggestion, cut the Eidolon for Kaya's Guile here, and what I play over the apps then. So you when I post this stream on YouTube, you can look at literally just watch the 10-minute introduction of why I don't like Skyclave Apparition. But to kind of sum it up, it's like to play Skyclave Apparition, you have to play a black-white base. And I think the black-green base is just better, and you'll just have abrupt decays and trophies. Like I don't think Skyclave Apparition is worth warping a mana base to compensate double black for Liliana and double white for Skyclave Apparition. I think I'm just gonna go back to 2 SKUs. I've been really liking 2 SKUs, so I think I might stream this on Tuesday. So yeah, that'll do it for me. I really appreciate all y'all for tuning in. If you guys want to support the channel and you like what you see, please hit that follow button. You guys can follow me on Twitter to get stream updates. Just twitter.com/KO Diamonds. And then if you guys want to go to past streams, you guys can go to my YouTube. It's youtube.com/KO Diamonds22. Let's rate someone, shall we? Let's find someone that we want to send the love over. Since I don't have anyone that I'm following that is live right now, that has this MTG. It's like the actual Magic channel, and Zabrakas usually streams Arena. So let's send the love over to someone who doesn't have that many viewers that's streaming Modern. Maybe I don't have anyone to. Modern Inverter here, 5 viewers. Should we send you guys over to this person? Let's do it. Let's do it. We can also send you over to the Jana, but Jana's streaming Arena. So like the few people I'm following are Magic and Zabrakas, and they're streaming Arena. So send you over to this person, 6 viewers. So really appreciate everyone tuning in. Thanks for all the follows and raids and all the support today. My next stream again will be on Tuesday, so I'll catch you guys then. Probably playing my black-green base list again. I really like this build. So yeah, catch you guys then. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.